everybody, welcome back to my channel AbFab. My name is Denise, and if you're new here, I say welcome to you, and if you're one of my subscribers, I say so. It's so nice to have you back. Anyways, you would not believe, I think this is my third attempt at this video, plus some of the items I talked about was in an Ipsy video that I tried to upload. Anyways, having all kinds of problems with my new MacBook Air. It clearly has a very limited amount of hard drive space, and I guess my videos and other things that I downloaded was literally eating up my hard drive space. It was a real thing, but here we are. I finally watched a YouTube video on how to and freed up some space of some applications that I had that I wasn't even utilizing. So I just freed them up because this is my computer that I do all my editing and everything for my YouTube channel on. So anyways, not that you ever knew that, but so nice to be here and actually doing this video. So I thought this week's video I could do kind of like a combination. My favorites for April for 2021 with a couple of the Ipsy items that I got last month thrown in for good measure, because I just thought it was one of the best bags that I have received in a long time personally for me from Ipsy, because I liked everything in the bag. So I haven't included all the items, just a couple of items that I'm really enjoying. So if you're interested in seeing what my favorite items for April 2021 are, just keep watching this video. Order, I'm just going to start picking up my favorite products for April of 2021. And the first one I want to talk about, in case you haven't heard me talk enough about this, is the Magic Vanish Intense Under Eye Color Corrector from Charlotte Tilbury. I believe there's 4 shades. It comes in this really sleek and beautiful little dainty compact. But a little goes a long way. I've had it for probably about 2.5–3 months. You can see I've actually hit pan on that quite significantly. What do I love about this product? Well, it's just one of those products, especially if you're so fair-skinned like myself. This shade, which is 01 Fair, is like the perfect amount of soft, blendable, creamy, peach pink color corrector that you need to kind of just, get rid of all the bluish gray in the corner of your eyes and underneath. And it really just helps sometimes without any concealer to just brighten up your eyes and just kind of make you look more awake, which is just always an added bonus, because as we get older and more wrinkles and bags and things set in, it's so nice to kind of just have that fresh face look. I am wearing it today. I pretty much wear this color corrector in the corner of my eyes almost every day, because it's really all people see when you go outside, right? Still with masks, at least here in Alberta, Canada. And I just can't say enough about this. You can wear this obviously underneath your concealer, which is what I did for this video, or if you're just going to go with a very light natural makeup look, you could just wear this all by itself. It still does the same effective job. If you're looking for something, you have that grayish blue sort of discoloration in the inner corner of your eyes, you might want to give this Magic Vanish Intense Under Eye Color Corrector from Charlotte Tilbury a try. It's a little expensive, but like I said, such a good product. I will just continue to buy it over and over again, because you just put it on and you're like instantly like, where have you been all my life? So anyways, a really great product. Loving it. Okay, the next product I want to talk about is, now that we're going into the kind of warmer seasons and the weather is really starting to heat up, I want to sort of just warm up my face. I don't want it to be so white and so translucent that I look unhealthy when everybody else is running around in the sun. And so one of the best ways, as you know, is bronzer. I have this bronzer here. This is by Nude By Nature. It is a loose bronzing powder. It is in the color 01 Bondi Bronze. The only thing I don't like about it is actually that it's a loose powder. I wish it was a pressed powder, because I just find loose powders make such a mess. And even though this has a nice little sieve in there that you can tap it out, it doesn't matter. It always seems to have a tremendous amount of powder on top. But what I will tell you what I like about this color is that For someone, again, like myself, that is so fair, I struggle to find a really effective and pretty bronzer because they're either too dirty, too orange, too sort of gray based. They either make me look like my face is like got dirt on it or I'm an Oompa Loompa. And this one is just perfect because I wear it in the outer periphery, just in the big three, and down by my jaw, and I just think that it adds just enough of a warmth to the periphery of your face, and I have a little bit on the bridge of my nose that makes you look like you've just been kissed by the sun in just those places. And it's for that reason that it's on my favorites for April of 2021. If you're like me, you're very fair-skinned, you also struggle to find a really, really pretty bronzer, you might want to try it. Just going to give you the caveat and say that loose powder bronzers are a bit of a pain. I really like a pressed powder when I'm dealing with bronzer, but Nude By Nature, an Australian makeup company, you often see them if you're in Canada in the Shoppers end caps. I think in my Shoppers they had their own display. Anyways, really love it. It's just a perfect color for me and doesn't really grab onto any sort of dry skin. So definitely favorites for April of 2021. All right, the next two things I'm going to talk about are from Ipsy, and they're two makeup tools. And, you know, I mean, everybody loves a good makeup tool, but I want to talk about this one because I received this in an Ipsy bag, I can't even remember, several months ago, maybe even December, January, somewhere around there. Anyways, this is by the company Farah. Farah makes absolutely beautiful brushes. If you have an Ipsy subscription and you have checked off that you like makeup brushes, then you'll be in for some really lovely brushes. Some of my most favorite brushes are from my Ipsy subscription. And this one, Farah, this is a flat foundation brush, but it's just so soft, synthetic fibers, and I just absolutely love it myself for liquid and cream blushes, which is what I have on today. I just kind of dab them on and then I'm able to kind of pat them and blend them right into the areas that I need them. So for me, I wouldn't use this as a foundation brush because I do like to apply my foundation with a makeup sponge, but this is by far the best cream and liquid blush brush for me. It's the perfect size and it's so soft. It's absolutely beautiful. But the other one is this one that I just got. It's got a little fuzzy on there. And I just got this in my April 2021 Ipsy glam bag. This is by, I hope I don't butcher it, by Beau Gachet, and they call this the Perfecting Concealer Brush. This is also another synthetic fiber brush, but you guys, these fibers, I mean, this Farah brush was really soft. These fibers are like chinchilla fur. It is just like, oh, so soft. But what makes this brush so effective is, number one, the softness, the density, how it's tapered at the top for concealer, but also this 45-degree angle cut to it, because it really mimics your finger, but just in the best way, because you can put the concealer on and you can get right in there and just tap and then blend your concealer. And you guys, I've been using it every day. I was in the market for a really effective concealer brush. This is just otherworld good. It's that good. And I was just watching a video the other day on some more Rare Beauty products by Selena Gomez's line, and she has a foundation brush similar in shape to this and a concealer brush. So I'm wondering who knocked off who first, but either way, this is not Rare Beauty. This is Beau Gachet. Got it in my Ipsy glam bag, and I think it retails for, I want to say it's either $16.99 or $19.99. But if you don't have this, I do hope that you'll be able to get it on the Ipsy website or in a future Ipsy glam bag subscription, because it is all kinds of awesome. The next one that I want to talk about, because I think it's just worth mentioning, even though thousands of countless big YouTubers that are makeup artists have spoke about how much they love this. I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. And we're talking about the Plouise as an eyeshadow base. They come in, I think, 4 shades, one being like completely white, which is really good if you're doing sort of really like over the top looks. This is in the color 01 Rumor. It is like the tiniest little tube. I bought it at the Morphe store where I live. I went in and lo and behold didn't even know that Morphe carried the P. Louise eyeshadow base, but I absolutely love it, and I do not do any kind of eyeshadow look without using this base now. Before, I used to just carry up my concealer just on my lids. I'd use my MAC Painterly pot, which is a cult classic, but the only problem is I find wearing a mask and goggles that the MAC Painterly pot is a little emollient, and then it starts to kind of crease my eyeshadow look, and so then I thought I'd give this a try. And I just use literally, I'll show you how much. It's just the tiniest little amount. I like use this much. That's probably even too much for both eyes. And I just take my finger and I just blend it out. And then I tap over my actual lids. And then I kind of give it about, I would say, 15 seconds just to kind of get it all locked in. And when it's nicely blended out, it just provides the perfect base. There's no tackiness to it, but for whatever reason, the eyeshadow just goes on and it's just locked and loaded for the rest of the day. I absolutely love it. If you're looking for a good eyeshadow base, then you want to check out the P. Louise eyeshadow base. Like I said, you can go on the P. Louise website. This is the color Rumor 01, so it's perfect for certainly my skin tone, and I just love it, and I know that this little tiny tube is going to last a very long time, so really loving that for April. The next one I want to talk about is this mascara that I'm wearing. So back in November, September, when we had the last Sephora VIB sale before Christmas, I got one of the Sephora favorites. It's called the Lash Stash Kit, and it was basically like a whole mascara kit of all the Sephora favorites, and then a pair of really lovely false eyelashes. But one of the sample mascaras in there was this Ilia, which is basically called the Limitless Lash Mascara. It's in the color After Midnight, so it's this blacker than black mascara, which is perfect, and it has the most unique brush. I'm just going to show it to you. So this brush here on one end, the one that's up top or on top, is a very fine, almost like a lash comb that's coated with the product. And then if you flip it over on the other side, you have a very tiny little sort of conical shape nubs there that really can load up the actual product, and then this one just feathers and brushes it out, and the effect you get is this really beautiful, full and lush looking sort of lash to yourself. I love it. I don't think I would have ever even known about it or tried to purchase it, but like I said, I have it on today, and I just think it's really effective and beautiful, and I wear it to work, have been with my mask and goggles, and I've not had any problems with it at all. So really, I don't think enough people talk about it. If they did, they must have talked about it way before, because I haven't seen too much on the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara, but it's a really good one. I mean, these are just my natural lashes, and I think they look really great today. All right, the next product I want to talk about was in conjunction with the Farah complexion brush that I use for liquid blush. I want to talk to you about my favorite. So, of course, if you watch YouTube, you know that everybody is on about the liquids and the cream blushes. It's a real trend right now. And of course, back in the last Sephora VIB sale, I had to jump in and try Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. That's her makeup line. This one here, which is in the color Bliss, and it is one of the matte liquid blushes. And I just think it's just like beautiful color. It has this very unique applicator to it. I'm just going to put a couple of dots on my hand. It is opaque, but it's just very sheer, so it takes a little bit of time for you to kind of blend and work it out. for you to like blend it, but it just gives a slight, it's totally buildable. So, you know, depending on how much a blush look you want, you can have a very sheer, soft kiss of this pink, or you can have something that's just far more intense. It's completely up to the wearer, but you can see that it just blends out so beautifully and just gives you this just really fresh, healthy kiss of pink on your cheeks without looking like obvious blush. I'm wearing it today for the video. I just think it provides the most prettiest and softest kind of pink kiss to your cheeks that looks just super, super healthy. Such a beautiful product, and I know she has some of the liquid blushes in the dewy formula as well, but for me, because I like to wear highlighter, I went with the matte formula, and I am absolutely loving this beautiful little liquid blush by Rare Beauty, which is Bliss. So if you like that type of blush, you might want to check into that, but just so soft, so pretty. Okay, I want to talk about these two products now. This one is a hair product, and it's just because I've had it over there on the right side of my vanity desk for a little while, but I don't use it in winter. I just use it in spring and summer, and I'm talking about the Kevin Murphy. It's called the Shimmer Me Blonde. As you can see, I'm about a third of the way through the packaging. It is just this beautiful, it's a reparative shine treatment for blonde hair, and it also is very nourishing. But inside, you can probably see, I'm just going to give it a little twist, a little turn. You're going to see these beautiful light reflecting particles that are in there, and that really helps to kind of create this really brightness and just makes your blonde hair really pop. So if you're blonde like me and you haven't heard about it, it's a little expensive. Kevin Murphy, I'm not sure, I want to say it's in the plus 20 range for this, but again, you just spray it on towel dried hair and it's absolutely beautiful. It has a light fragrance to it, but I can't really say what the fragrance is, but it's not off-putting, and it dissipates right away after you put it on your hair, but it really just makes blonde hair just really sort of pop and become nice and bright. Even though they're light reflecting particles, it's not like in the 80s with the sparkle hairspray, nothing like that. It's not visibly noticeable, except that when the light hits your hair, it really, really makes your hair nice and bright and healthy looking. So love that. Okay, we don't often talk about lip products, but I'm just going to add this one in because it goes along with the whole sort of blush line and my eyeshadow look today for the video. And it is by Pure Cosmetics. It's right here. And it is just a beautiful light nudie pink lip gloss that I have to say I'm a sucker for the packaging because I love good packaging. It has the little mirror for instant application on the go, and it has the little light. Yes, I know, so tacky, but I absolutely love it. I actually think this packaging is very, very, very functional. And I usually just apply it to the center of my upper and lower lip, and it just gives this lovely, fresh, juicy look to your lips, which I'm all about. So yeah, so really loving this one, and it's called Dreams. So anyways, okay, this was also in my Ipsy April 2021 glam bag, and when I first got it, I thought, okay, that's a little different. It is by Nomad Cosmetics, and Nomad is one of those kind of like unique, sort of like almost like a boutique cosmetic company. They do some really, really good products, lots of different ones, but this one is actually called the Kiss of Sun Highlighter, and when I opened it, I was like, highlighter, awesome. And then I was like, well, that's a very unique. Now I have a ring light over there and it's kind of washing this out, but when you open it first, it is very, very peachy looking highlighter, which is most unusual. I mean, if I use any highlighters, they tend to be kind of a champagne, and this is definitely more on the peach side, but it is just so finely milled. It is just absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to put it down below the actual blush. But there you go. It is just gorgeous. I am wearing it for this video as well. And I just think it is so, so pretty. I put it on and then just kind of blend it out with a beauty blender. Just how incredibly, when you foil it out, how incredibly, incredibly shiny it can get if you really want to sort of just go galactic with this color. But my favorite is just, you know, the bridge of the nose and just very, very light sort of tapping it out. At first, I just didn't think this very peachy looking highlighter was going to work for me, but it works perfectly for me. I absolutely love it. The Kiss of Sun highlighter by Nomad. It's definitely one of my favorites for April of 2021. Okay, and the last one is this product that I just used to foil out the highlighter. I can't talk enough about this. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. It is a makeup setting spray. It has the most pleasing, soft, kind of like rose floral fragrance, again, that just dissipates after you use it. But this continuous setting spray, it retails in Canada for $19. It seems like a lot, and it is, but it is just beautiful. I use it just every time I go out with my makeup on and want my makeup to be just locked and held in place for the bulk of the day, and this never disappoints. And the mist is the perfect name for it because the droplets are so fine, like a fine mist that just veils your entire face. I love it, and it's difficult once you've used this to actually go back and want to purchase something else. But if you're looking for something that's really just very fine and just kind of sets up your makeup for the day, I would totally recommend the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I have been using it for better half a year or more since I, went and finally purchased it at the Morphe store, and I can honestly say it's definitely one of my top 3 favorite makeup setting sprays. And that's it, you guys. That is my favorites with a combination of items that I got from my last Ipsy Glam Bag for April 2021. I really hope that you'll leave a comment down below as to what are some of your favorites, or if you have experienced any of these products yourself and what you thought of them. I like to use this sort of question and comment section really as a forum so that we can discuss makeup, because let's face it, that's why you're here. That's why I'm here. We all love makeup and we love talking about it, recommending it, and something that you enjoy can be one of my favorites. So that's what I love here. I will say goodbye, and then I've got to get to editing this video. And as I always say at the end of all my videos, I wish you all an absolutely fabulous, fabulous week. Thank you so much for coming and spending a little bit of your precious time with me. I really appreciate it.